We had another comment from Holly Haley. My mom would stop whatever she was doing and read a book to my sisters and me if we asked her. It was one of my best memories of her. I can
Okay,
see
I love
both
your
of you.
mom.
I can
I
see
love
both
that.
of you being that way. Yes.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter what.
And I mean, he's a toddler, Mateo, and he wants to read the same book over.
Yeah.
And we have that not rule, but like concept that, okay, whatever we're doing, we stop and read it to him. And I can recite half these books now just from memory because of the repetition, but he loves it. And I love that he loves to read books. And
Yeah.
some of my most fond memories of my own mom too are her reading to me. So I think that is a really, really great tradition and just, habit to make in your household because kids
Well,
benefit so much.
you know what? I absolutely agree with you that obviously a lot of my life has been on television, that crazy little people, big world show. And a lot of people made comments, oh, your house is messy. It's this and that. Well, in the beginning of the show, I was working 2 part-time jobs. And, I barely got 4 hours of sleep every night. And that's why I say, no, okay, I'll get laundry done when I can. I taught the older boys, Jeremy and Zach, how to use the laundry machine, how to make basic food for themselves or whatever. But I chose, I should say, I chose to, mop the kitchen floor at 11 at night because I want to be a part of their bed routine. And,
I love that.
I want to read a book to them. Most of the times your kid is not going to care whether the shirt's a little wrinkled. I'm like, well, it's clean. Or, stuff like that. But taking time to just read a book or just have them talk and play. And, you're just, it's like one of those things. It reminds me of one of those things. What so many people come up to me and I don't know who these people are, but they want to talk to me and get an autograph or something like that. And I remember so many of the kids coming, well, Mom, do you know that person? I said, I have no idea, but it wasn't about me. It was about them, that person wanting to meet me. I was so glad to meet them, but I was more in awe that they wanted to come up. But just like being a parent, you're playing with your kid, but it's a lot more for your kid than necessarily for you. And I think being a parent is am I saying this word right? It's a self-sacrifice. Is that right? Self-sacrifice, meaning, yes, you are giving up some of
Absolutely.
yourself,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't think
Most of
anyone.
yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think there's anything written that when you have a kid, you know what, your life stays the same.
Well,
No,
I
it
actually really
changes. It
I
changes.
respect that about you because people can say what they want about a messy house, but
Yeah.
it's just really, as kids look back and think that, you just remember the time spent with your parent. I
Yeah.
don't ever look back and be like, my mom didn't mop that floor. No, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about all the times and the presence and the
Yeah.
time spent with me. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. And like you said, it can wait until they go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes, that means you're staying up a little bit longer, but you are just, that's what you do. You sacrifice for your kids. And
But I also think it's in the early stages that was done a lot, and then you change as your kid gets older. They have to learn some structure. Now they have to learn that you have to do some things first before you do other things. Meaning, you're not going to go outside and play with your friends till 9 o'clock at night and think, oh yeah, that's right, I got homework to do. It's really about changing the different seasons. Oh yeah, the different seasons that your child is in, because you are also going through a different season on how you mother a child that's 2 months, 2 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old, 16 years old, especially in today's day. So
I just had a little off-screen delivery from Jacob.
Oh. Oh, how sweet. Jacob just gave you that?
Yeah,
Oh,
not
that's
too shabby.
awesome. Not too shabby. What a good guy.
oh, I tell
This
you, I raised that boy right.
you
did.
did. You
And
did.
I have to tell you this. Mimi, as you're lovingly called by your grandkids.
Yeah.
We were picking flowers yesterday and we saw daisies, and Mateo was like, Mimi. Like, he associates you with daisies. Somehow he knows, because that's, if you don't know, that's Amy's favorite flower.
Yeah, I love Daisy. Well,
So-
also my dog's name is Daisy.
Yeah, maybe that was what it is.
You know,
But it was just cute.
And that's another thing too, as we raise kids. I mean, like we were talking about early, part of that mental health is take away some of the pressure that we put on ourselves. We are the perfect mom for the kid that we gave birth to, because otherwise God would not put this child into your world, into your life, letting you have it. So it's like we are the perfect mom for that kid. But I think a lot of times we put this perfectness on what we think society is telling us to do or requiring. And it's amazing how that little thought just seeps into your mind, and it's so little, but then it kind of takes root and it grows. It's like, I don't know, just do your best to just poof, shove it aside, push it out.
I love
Doesn't
that,
belong
actually,
there.
that quote.
Whiz Kid on IG just said amen.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great. That's great.
Yeah.
So Vicky Thompson saying your messy house was one of the things that made me feel normal. That's
I did have a
awesome.
lot of people that said that too.
Right?
You know.
Right. Because you're going to read the book before you're going to clean the house.
I will, because I didn't want the memory of my kids to have, well, you know, there's a lot of things I would have changed, but anyway, I didn't want the memory of my kids saying, oh yeah, my mom didn't have time because she was mopping the floor, or she had to do laundry, or whatever. I mean, you know, I was briefly a working mom for 4 or 5 years besides the show. I was a preschool teacher and worked for the soccer club. And I feel for women who have to work that may not want an outside job, but they have to have that outside job in order to help provide for the family. And to me, you don't need a grandioso house or any of that. I mean, it's like the concept that Jeremy and Audrey do, like date night. Everyone gets panicked over date night, like it's got to be this big, fancy, you know, going out type of thing. It's like, go for a drive, park at a park and just watch a stream, or sit at a picnic table and have a little drink and cheese, make your own charcuterie board or whatever it is. I mean, it's date night is really all about spending time together, just like a mom or a dad is all about just spending that moment with them. And I enjoyed watching the kids play sports and everything. If that's what they wanted to do, I would sit on the deck of the farmhouse and just watch them. I couldn't always do everything with them, you know, being a little mom and everything, but I'd like to think they knew I was there. They knew the presence. And to me, that's what really counts.